What's going on, everybody? Eric Lindquist at Stochastic here in the Odd Chopper channel, coming to you with another edition of Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks. Hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell. Goes a long way for me on this video. Goes a long way for you. You become apprised whenever great content is going live here at our little neck of the YouTube woods. Oh my God, Nikola Jokic is a god. He is a god amongst men. He is walking around amongst us. I don't know. I was doing that with a basketball. I think that's kind of what that was. It's where religion meets everything else on the other side. I'm very excited about Nikola Jokic in our lives. The lock hits. Also locked another play. Patrick Williams over 7.5 points. Hit that in the third quarter. Didn't really see that one coming after he wasn't starting. So got that a little bit incorrect, but you know what? Sometimes you make bad bets, you make an incorrect decision, and it works out for you. I try not to do that very often. I do the best that I can to not screw myself over in those situations. Got very, very lucky, very aware of it. Thank you, Patrick Williams, for that second unit usage, if you will. That was great stuff, but also great stuff. Two things coming to you in the intro. DraftKings, you know what to do. Bet $5, get yourself $150. I've got a college basketball play for you. We're running rampant, undefeated on the money line in those. We're going to try to keep it going for you. So sign up, put $5 over on DraftKings. You're going to get $150 when you sign up over there, and that money line hits in the college basketball streets. And why college basketball? A lot easier to hit a money line over there with a 15.5 point favorite. We just don't have enough of those in the NBA. So college basketball, that's where I'm going to go with my pick for that. But also, Odd Shop coming up to you. Yeah, the Odd Shop, March 1st. That is tomorrow. February is over. We're 2 months into the year. That's a little freaky. We're all getting older. Every second, every minute, every day. It's very freaky. But you know what's not freaky? The Odd Shop. I'm going to be coming to you with me and Eitan Shander. I don't know why I said it like that, but Eitan Shander and myself. There we go. That's what I was going for. Bringing you live analysis the day of. You all have been asking for it. I'm giving it to you. The Odd Shop on the Odd Shopper channel. Check it out. Going live, talking NBA, primarily NBA from my side. I'm sure we'll have some NHL discussion. I definitely have some golf up as well. Lindy's Best 9 Bets. That is available on the Odd Shopper channel and the Odd Shopper Golf channel. Check all of it out. We're going to be bringing you tons of information, but it's a 1-hour live betting show, talking you through everything. Can't wait. Please come join me for that. Again, I wanted to bring you guys day of analysis because I'm always coming to you the night before. We don't have a ton of props, but I promise you I will give you all the props in all the land tomorrow if you tune in live. Alrighty, y'all. Big intro. I've also got a little surprise coming up for you a little bit later. A new sponsor. Oh, buckle up, people. It's going to be great, but we've got another massive 9-game slate on tap for Wednesday. Let's get to the picks. First game up, and first off, rip to the Hornets here, hosting the Suns. I mean, the Hornets weren't going anywhere anyways, but you catch my drift because LaMelo Ball, fractured ankle, that's a bummer, out for the season. But the talking point of this game, without a doubt, Kevin Durant expected to make his Suns debut. He'll be on some sort of a minutes limit, you gotta imagine, but this is a generational player. It has made the Suns the favorite in the West. I don't need to explain why that matters. In a perfect world, though, the Suns wouldn't have a matchup with the high-octane Hornets in their first game with him, so I could short Devin Booker and Chris Paul immediately. But I'm projecting Durant for 28 to 30 minutes here, and taking his Nets rate alongside Kyrie is kind of the baseline for him. I think a lot of the props look pretty efficient on the Suns side. Thought we could maybe find some value there, but the same cannot be said for Terry Rozier's points prop at 22.5. Sounds like a hefty number considering he averages just 21.4 per game, but take LaMelo Ball off the floor. Rozier's usage this season jumps from 26% to 30%. It has been upwards of 32%, 33% in years past. In his absence, he's going to be the alpha, although Kelly Oubre is who I guess jumps into this starting lineup, and that is a dude who likes to chuck up his own shots, that's for sure. Curious to see how this line ends up dropping, but for the time being, I'm in over on 22.5 for Rozier. Again, the total is what I was talking about. That's out there, but the total, whatever. I'm going to stop talking. Terry Rozier, over 22.5. I like that, though. And we're about to go down a brutal stretch, my friends. Lots of games without totals, lots of games without props so far. Once again, another great reason to check out the Odd Shop tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 p.m. Pacific. Tune in. I'm going to be breaking down everything with Eitan Shander from a props perspective, from a betting perspective, everything on my card. I'm going to be an open book for you on Wednesdays. Very excited to bring you that live content. over on the Odd Shopper channel where you're watching this lovely video. So check that out. But as for this game, I really don't know what to tell you. I mean, in the year of our Lord 2023, we have both Marvin Bagley and James Wiseman playing basketball on the same team. I feel as though I'm taking crazy pills because they legitimately look like the same guy out on the floor. It's pretty weird. Marvin Bagley, first guy for the Pistons in a long time to have back-to-back 20 and 10 games off the bench. Who cares? He's not good at basketball. Neither is James Wiseman. Maybe. No, he's terrible. It's my Golden State cut bait. But Bojan Bogdanovic, our Lord and Savior, the original OG of this channel, he's questionable yet again, but I bet he ends up playing in it. That's my guess here. Going to make it a little wonky to project out the rotations, but Chicago on a back-to-back, even with that, I'm leaning their direction at -5, but more than likely, props. More than likely, props are going to be what I'm targeting in this one. If we can react to any sort of injury news, if Chicago rules somebody out from the clouds, they did just lose that game. We covered 4.5 and 5 covered too. 6-point win there for Toronto going up against the Bulls, but I'm going to lean the Bulls side of this one because I repeat, Detroit confirmed not good at basketball. We head to Boston and another team. Hey, we're off to a good start to the week. Boston, I definitely shorted them last time. Everybody in the comment section below, Eric, you can't lock the Knicks against Boston. They beat up on Boston. I'm just throwing it out there. But the big, huge difference here, Jaylen Brown confirmed in for this game off of the injury report entirely. Only piece of news, Mike Muscala, and really that does not matter to me. But looking at the Cleveland side, perfectly healthy. This is a very difficult game to bet. It is a very difficult game from a props perspective. And once again, no total. Give me a total so I can give you something. 226 would be about one I would have. I don't even want to throw these out there because I'm sure I'm going to be wrong at that point, but I like to adjust my model based on projected pace. And looking at Cleveland, they do not play with pace. I would expect it to actually come in a little bit lower than that. That was my first run at this. 226 would surprise me a little bit. However, Boston, number 6 in adjusted defensive rating. So another good defensive team on the other side. Maybe it does end up like something that we could short a little bit lower. But as it stands right now, you probably know my feelings if you've tuned into these before. When there's no injury news waiting in the wings, books, they have the same information we do. Probably more. In fact, they definitely have more information. So we have to be able to react to those things in order to have an edge. Period. End of story. That's what we're going to do. So when you get perfectly efficient totals like this, well, not total, perfectly efficient spreads like this, 6.5, you just kind of steer away. However, if I'm looking for value, Cleveland money line isn't the worst thing on planet Earth, plus 210, but I assume that I'm going to have a lot of props that I like tomorrow. So probably not going to be betting this. My friends, we have made it. Manscaped, the official sponsor edition of Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks. Manscaped, get 20% off your first order using promo code Stochastic. And let me just talk you through this because they sent me a lot of really cool stuff. We have the Lawnmower 4.0. That is for your region, if you must say so. I feel like I'm in middle school. The Beard Hedger, electric beard trimmer. It is so cool. Again, I've been trying to keep it nice and loose a little bit. My wife, she doesn't want to have a ton of the stubble there, but I can get 20 different lengths on my face for the different clippers that they have with it. Again, you have a girl that wants to have exactly the right kind of facial hair. You have 20 different options by checking out this Beard Hedger. And then the Weed Whacker. Notice how I never have any extra hair hitting anywhere. See? Look at that. It's fantastic stuff. You want to take advantage of this right now. Manscaped. I do not promote products that I do not believe in. I didn't want to do it at any point until somebody brought me something that was really, really good. And Manscaped reached out, said, Eric, this is the product for you. They sent me all 3 of these beautiful things. The groin and body grooming trimmer. That is the Lawnmower 4.0. I can't tell you what a difference it's made. Again, happily married for a couple years here now. We're just going to keep that going. But part of that is making sure you take care of yourself. You can't get lazy. And if you've been getting a little bit lazy in that department, like, you know what I'm talking about. Manscaped, that's what you want to be signing up for. 20% off your order. Promo code Stochastic. Take advantage of it. Stochastic. Look at that. I can spell too. Check it out, everybody. Manscaped. Welcome to Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks. So happy to have you along. Check it out, 20% off that first order. Alrighty, y'all, back to the picks. Next up, we have a repeat matchup, 76ers and the Heat, but this time they're going to Miami. Oh, my hemo, Ami. Kevin loves enjoying himself down there instead of Cleveland, I can tell you that much. But the Philadelphia 76ers, if Joel Embiid's not out partying, I can guarantee you he's just sitting there in his hotel room lamenting life, upset about that ridiculous layup Jimmy Butler hit in his face hole. 101-99, Miami gets the W. But I got to just throw this out there because have you watched Miami play some of these games of late? Is it just me, or are every one of their games the most ridiculously low-scoring things of all time? And Kevin Love, I thought would really hurt some of their defensive ratings, but let me just read off a couple of recent games here. 101-99 Philadelphia, 108-103 Charlotte. And Charlotte, we know, like to play. That was pre-LaMelo Ball injury. We had 128-99 against Milwaukee. That was one over that hit. 116-105 Brooklyn, low scoring, sat right around the total there. 112-108. These totals have been getting low. So we're going to go low. I'm actually going to just lean on the under. And then I'm going to like the under. Here we go. 215.5, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Lean with it, rock with it, lean with it, rock with it. How many early 2000s smashes can I throw into one segment? We'll find out. But you're going to lose yourself in the music. The moment you want it, you better never let it go. Take the total low. 215.5. Get out of here. To the hero that Gotham deserves, we've got the Battle of New York. Brooklyn, New York, and I love New York. Concrete jungle where dreams are made of. We bet the Knicks, they beat the shit out of Boston. It was beautiful, beautiful stuff. Jalen Brunson, how good a basketball are they playing? And also nice of them to not have the back-to-back, whereas Brooklyn, they just got beat up. Actually, they had a pretty incredible first half against Milwaukee. Don't look at the box scores. It's not going to tell you a whole lot. But Bridges, Dinwiddie, lots of minutes. Claxton looked awesome, too. Didn't matter. They lost by a lot to Milwaukee because that's what happens when you play Milwaukee. But now they're going to go across the river. They're going to head to New York, to the Garden. Garden's rocking, man. This team is just looking really, really good. I'm telling you. I try not to, ride the wave for, say, momentum or whatever else. But we're talking about a Knicks team that is very, very competitive right now. I've enjoyed everything we've seen from them. 36-27, 7th in adjusted net rating, making them a top 8 team in the NBA. Didn't see that one coming, but those are the kind of things you want to pay attention to. And you take Brown off the floor. It was an easy bet, actually, against the Celtics when you're getting plus 120 and plus 125 going that direction. However, I'm not feeling so good about them laying 7 here. It feels a little trappy because Brooklyn, they have all those wings who can defensively go out and switch and make it pretty difficult on Jalen Brunson. So I'm going to lean the Knicks side because 1, good juju. 2, I think you might get a piece resting on this back-to-back. Maybe Dinwiddie, maybe Claxton, maybe Bridges. Maybe they just say, Cam Thomas, go to try to win us a basketball game because he's been really terrible here of late as well. But I'm just telling you right now, New York, not feeling that great about it. Another spot where maybe we can take advantage of some type of prop situation, but there's no props right now. So we're just going to move along. Knicks spread. We'll see if it makes the final card tomorrow. I am very happy with this basketball team at the moment. Memphis Grizzlies, Rockets. Oh boy, I loved getting that 8.5. Ended up betting that one going up against the Lakers. They covered nicely there at the end of that one. Beautiful stuff. Running pretty darn good here on Tuesday. I thought it was going to be a pretty difficult card, even though it was 10 games and you had a lot of options before you. I mean, thank you, Memphis. You're a real one. You the real MVP. We'll see what happens with Minnesota plus 6.5. Would be nice to get a near sweep. There were a couple mistakes in there, but for the most part, hit the biggies. And when you hit the biggies, it's a good night no matter what happens. Well, they're massive favorites going up against the Rockets here. John Morant just went ballistic against the Lakers. We'll see if he plays on this back-to-back. A lot of times they'll rest him. Say, Tyus Jones. Go. Tyus Jones, go win us a basketball game. But we're going to be waiting on news here, too, because the Rockets currently getting completely trounced by Denver. Actually, that game just finalized, 133-112. And just repeat, Nikola Jokic, triple-double lock. Hitting less than 3 quarters. No big deal. No big deal. Well, this game really sucks to break down. Şengün is a guy who I'm going to be shorting his props going forward too, because they have shown that they don't want to play many minutes there. I'd be surprised if we saw Jalen Green on this back-to-back, just throwing that one out there. They're going to be without Tate again. They're going to be without Kevin Porter Jr. again. We're obviously leading Memphis -9.5, and so much so that we're going to like Memphis -9.5. See, I'm doing a little bit of deception here, throwing it in there for you. Ooh, we're in the Matrix. We're having fun. I mean, part of it is I'm just upset there's not enough props to break down. So again, odd shop, 4 p.m. Eastern time, 1 p.m. Pacific time. Check that out right here on the same channel. Once again, if you haven't signed up for DraftKings, this is the time. This is the dance. Live every moment. Leave nothing to chance. Swim in the sea. Do the whole thing. I don't know the rest of the lyrics of that song, but I do know Creighton is in Omaha, Nebraska, just south of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, my hometown. Beautiful stuff. But went there a lot in my college days. Pretty darn fun. Yeah, Dinkytown. Or not Dinkytown, that was Minneapolis. State Street? I think it was State Street. There's a lot of state streets. But either way, Creighton is going to play Georgetown. And this is not 1984 fucking Patrick Ewing Georgetown. Boo! They are bad. They're really bad. No, Allen Iverson ain't putting on sneakers. They could probably use him tomorrow, that's for damn sure. But my dude out there, Greg McDermott, coach of Creighton, he was the coach at Iowa State there for the first couple of years before we got Fred Hoiberg. Weird to not see those two there. But either way, a lot of unnecessary talk. Bet $5 on Creighton money line. Get yourself $150 at DraftKings right now. That is a pretty great deal. You got to get that money line winner. This is the best one on the board. So just fire this up, get yourself that free $150 and put it to work in the NBA streets. What are you waiting for? Sign up now. Do the whole thing. And if you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. This is if you're 21 and over. Okay, back to the picks. 3 games to go. Hit that like button. I'm putting in that overtime. Welcome to the Space Jam. No, this is not that. We've got the Orlando Magic. We've got the Milwaukee Bucks. Giannis, I'd be very surprised. Again, I was surprised he played basketball on Tuesday. Is he going to play basketball on the back-to-back? Chris Middleton probably doesn't play on this back-to-back. You could have a very weird-looking Milwaukee starting lineup. A very, very weird Milwaukee starting lineup. But still, I feel like we're not going to be able to get that line until we get news on this back-to-back. Just throwing it out there. Maybe Giannis and Drew and Chris Middleton and everybody kind of matters. They really matter. Bobby Portis could be the guy who's playing a bajillion minutes. You could see a ridiculous points plus rebounds plus assists from him tomorrow in the event that he ends up being the lone wolf out there trying to put up buckets. Jay Crowder could play a lot. Just prepare for some weird stuff there. And they're still a lot better than Orlando. They're at home. So again, I don't really know what to tell you. How do I react to a line in a situation as weird as this one? I don't know. We've been betting this Orlando team a lot too. Jonathan Isaac is questionable. Everybody else is going to be in there. Paolo Banchero's been playing really good basketball. That's been exciting to watch come to fruition. We all knew that. He has all the talent in the world. Number 1 picks normally do. Milwaukee money line lean. Yeah, Milwaukee money line lean. Next game. Oh, cool. Another no line spot. Lakers, OKC, both teams on a back-to-back. Does Anthony Davis play on a back-to-back? Seems important to know. I doubt D'Angelo Russell plays. He didn't play Tuesday. Sounds like he's hurt. Kind of important. Gonna have Austin Reeves out there with Wenyen Gabriel and Troy Brown playing all the minutes. Oh, I can't wait to watch that one. And OKC, they're getting beat up by the Kings right now without De'Aaron Fox. What a life. What a world. I'm in love with not betting this game. OKC money line if you must. In the name of Sinatra. Yeah, this is my life. It's now or never. I ain't gonna live forever. It's also Bon Jovi who said that too. But either way, OKC, Thunder money line. Let's just go to the last game. Get ourselves out of here. You're probably telling yourselves right now, Eric, you haven't had a lock yet. Eric, you haven't simply come up with anything. Eric, where are all the props? Well, the props are tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern time, 1 p.m. Pacific time, coming to you on the Odd Shop on this very channel, giving you all the live analysis because I got nothing. The NBA gave me nothing tonight. It is March 1st. They hate me. It's actually technically February 28th, my time right now. But we got the Pelicans and we have the Blazers who are on a back-to-back. Can you sense a trend? Why is every team on a back-to-back? What is going on? No total, but we have a line. And this, my friends, is simply ridiculous to me. The New Orleans Pelicans, they're not a bad. They're on the front end. Jonas Valanciunas is questionable. Josh Richardson is questionable. But really, do we value both of them in some extreme way? No. Brandon Ingram, CJ McCollum in a revenge spot? Just throwing it out there. Lehigh, shout out New York. But I'm just saying, CJ McCollum, I have a feeling the guy is going to just want to go ballistic on Damian Lillard and the team that basically said, we don't want you. You can't coexist with Damian Lillard. And Damian Lillard hasn't even started playing a basketball game as we're speaking right now. They're going to be playing in a couple minutes here, going up against Golden State. Loved Damian Lillard, thought he had a great opportunity to go ballistic. Normally, when you have a 36.5 points prop on a game, you're expected to do great things. But on a back-to-back, what if he rests? What if Jeremy Grant rests? What if Nurkic doesn't play again? What if we have a lot of situations that just go against this Portland team? I just got so excited. Lock button! That's what we're doing here. Getting ourselves out of here. +2 New Orleans. Let's go. Damian Lillard, what if you just take the night off for once, my friend? I have a feeling CJ McCollum, though. Revenge is in his heart. It's in his soul. +2 New Orleans. Fire it to the moon. Actually, don't. I just put a unit and a half on it, but it's a really good play. And that does it for a ridiculous edition of Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks. Let me know in the comments section below your favorite plays. Check out Manscaped. Check out DraftKings. Check out all the great offers we have in the video description box below. And don't forget Odd Shop coming to you tomorrow. Myself, Eitan Shander, giving you live betting analysis, 4 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 p.m. Pacific. Be there or be square. And you don't want to be a square bettor, that's for sure. Until tomorrow, I'm Eric Lindquist. Best of luck in the NBA streets on Wednesday.